Hey friends, how is everybody today? I hope that your day is going a little bit better than mine. um, this is not going to be one of my usual lives. So I hope that you'll stick around and um, maybe hear where I'm coming from. I don't know. I'm kind of I don't know if I should even talk about this, but whatever. Here I am. I am just going to be straightening my hair while I chat. Um, this might get deep because I'm just in one of those moods, and it's kind of been a rough, long morning at home with the kiddos. So, um, you might learn a lot about me if you don't know me very well. So be prepared for that. So let's get real. Please say hello when you hop on, or let me know if you're catching the replay, please. With all the Facebook goodies stuff that goes around, it really just helps everything that I have going when everybody just says hello and hey and all that good stuff. So, um, yeah, when you are on or when you're watching the replay, just let me know down below in the comments, please. Okay, so um, this morning I I don't know where I should even start. This morning was I've said this before, our school calendar with the kids. We do our Bible lesson. Connor is in Awanas, so he is a little Sparky this year. Um, and he, um, I don't know, he just has a little book that we are supposed to do like a few little verses um, like every day or whatever. And then he goes to Awana every week, once a week. Anyway, so we do that, and then we usually do like yoga or stretching or just hang out or whatever. And then we jump into Connor's school book. And right now, all we're doing is we're trying to get him to read. So that's really like our main focus. And then I squeeze in a lot of other little stuff. But what I really wanted to talk about was the fact that, do you ever feel like you are just like everything that has happened in your life up until where you are right now in this moment, like it kind of all makes sense? I know that sounds crazy, but like everything really truly does happen for a reason, to me. And sometimes, like for me, I you don't always realize it in the middle of everything that's actually going on, right? So you're just like in high school and you're struggling, or you're in high school and you're thriving and like everybody loves you, or like it doesn't really matter. Whatever your life like little story has been, I feel like where you are now, if you're like my age or wherever, it all just kind of like makes sense and lines you up where you're supposed to be, right? And so for me, I told you I was going to tell you a little bit about mine, so that you can see where I'm coming from and why. So, um, growing up, I never really had like a big job. I didn't work a lot. My parents didn't helped us a lot, and yes, I was very spoiled. And so I had like one job throughout high school. I wasn't like a babysitter or anything like anything really. Okay, I worked at a coffee shop for a little while, and then I got married really young. Right, I got married when I was 19, and I moved to California with Christopher that same month that we got married at 19. I moved out of my parents' house for the first time and I left, moved to California. Okay, and then in California, oh, wait, I'm gonna backtrack. I got my cosmetology license throughout school. So when I graduated, I went and took my state test and passed. Like, it was great. I was gonna do hair. That's always what I wanted to do. Okay, well, I moved to California right after graduation, and California has different, for cosmetology and doing hair, it's all based on hours. And so California's hours are different than Michigan's. And I would have to go back to school if I wanted to work in California. And I didn't want to do that. I just graduated. So I knew I didn't want to go to college, partly why I did hair. And so I knew that I didn't want to go back to school. Okay, so I was married to a Marine. We were living on base, and it really wasn't priority for me to work. Again, I know that I was spoiled, okay? This is not the point of this video, by the way. Okay, so, again, not much work ethic, or not ethic, that's totally the wrong word. I have a good work ethic, but, not much work history in my past. So here and there I've worked, I worked at a credit union, and then I worked at the dental office for a little bit of stuff here and there. Nothing that like I went to school for this, I worked my butt off for it, and now this is what I'm going to do for the rest of my life because I know it and I love it and I've worked for it, right? I didn't really have that. Like, yes, I loved doing hair, and I felt like I was good at it, and I felt like that's what I wanted to do for the rest of my life. But I was also 18 and things change. And so, um, anyway, with that all being said, hi everybody. If you're on here, thank you so much. Say hello when you hop on so I can see you. You are probably just learning a little bit about me today. But I'm going to get somewhere with this, I promise. So hang in there with me. So anyway, I don't have a lot of work history. I didn't always have like a ton of friends, like this big group of friends that I always hung out with. Like I kind of just kept to myself, right? Which is fine. I'm pretty good. I'm good with that. I'm kind of like an okay loner. Chris and I have always just done our own thing at our own time for all the way through high school. It was just me and him, and we were happy that way. Okay. And so now, let me get back on track here. I'm telling you. So now here I am. I am almost 28, if you don't know. And I have been like given or prayed about or whatever this path to homeschool my kids. Okay. Who would have thought that me, I hated high school. I didn't ever want to be a teacher or anything of the sort, really. I just, like I said, kind of did my own thing. I was spoiled. I still consider myself spoiled. And I don't know, I just like it that way. And so now I'm on this journey of homeschooling my children, which is like the most God-given gift that I could ever, like, I'm so thankful that I even have the opportunity to do this. I just want to start with that. But let's be real. It is hard. Homeschooling your children is hard, you guys. Okay? Teachers, props to you. Okay? I don't love the school systems and the curriculum and that whole thing. But the teachers, I know that they work hard and that it is hard being a teacher. I fully and understand and accept everything that y'all go through. Okay, but now it's my turn to straight up complain almost because oh my gosh, I'm totally losing my track, you guys. This is why, like, I wasn't even gonna do this. I'm gonna take a deep breath and I'm gonna catch my thoughts here for a second. I'm gonna put my straightener down. Okay. The whole reason that I hopped on here today was because Connor would not, and I mean would not, do his reading lesson with me today. Defiant, whiny, mean, whatever you want to call it, his 5-year-old little self absolutely refused to do what I asked him to do today. I have learned to be a pretty patient person in my parenting years, but I was at my wit's end, you guys. I didn't know what to do. No idea. So then I get into this negative, like awful mindset about why am I even here? Why did God give me this plan, this opportunity to homeschool my children? I am not cut out for this. I can't do this. What am I supposed to do? He's my son. God gave me these beautiful children and said, okay, I haven't given you jobs all your life. I haven't given you a big circle of friends to be hooked up around and not, necessarily need to stay home hooked around your kids all the time. I didn't go to school all my life knowing that I was going to be a teacher. I had no intention of this, you guys. But for some odd reason, all of these things have lined up perfectly for me to be able to stay home and homeschool my children. Why? Please tell me why. Why didn't I get any jobs all my life? Because I'm spoiled? Yeah, maybe. A little bit. But right now, in my life, my present life, and for my long time future here, I don't need a job. I'm homeschooling my children. That is my job. That's why God didn't give me all this list and work history in my past life. Because he said, you know what, you're not going to need that. All you're going to need is all the patience in the world, some knowledge, and some love for those little ones that you are going to teach. Now, if I would have known that long time ago, I would have done things way differently, right? Wouldn't have you? I want you guys to put yourself and think about your history, like adult-ish life, like high school and all of those choices and things that you have done, and where are you right now? Does it all make sense? Maybe, sometimes not. When you're in the middle of it, it most definitely doesn't usually make sense. You're just a mess and you're struggling. If you are going to school, you're just struggling, you're in debt. You're probably not in a great mood because you're testing and you're doing whatever all the stinking time, right? But then you get out of it and you're probably going to go get this great, wonderful paying job that you have been working your butt off to get this degree to go get that job. Okay, so my point is, here I am. I didn't have any of that. Why? Because I've been prepped to stay at home with my kids. That's my job. That's my life. Okay, so while you guys were struggling, and I just mean general, I'm not talking to anybody specific, just in my situation, but for those that were struggling through school, the years and years and years of school, those lawyers and the doctors and the dentists or whatever, the nurses, teachers, everybody, You guys work your tails off. I wouldn't know. I don't know what that's like. I legit have not gone to college. I don't know what that's like. But in those years of your hardest years of all that studying and working, have you made it yet? Are you to where you are supposed to be yet? Do you ever wonder if that was the plan all along? And how perfectly things seem to line up? It doesn't all make sense. It seems like things never make sense. But then, like today, for some odd reason, this just hit me. How in the world am I supposed to stay home and homeschool him and both of my children when I cannot get him to do one reading lesson? To read one little story that he knows. I know that he knows how to do it. Why? Because look at my past. I'm not meant for anything else. That's the way that I feel, you guys. This may sound insane to you, but this is just my thought process in my head right now because today was insane. Today's not even over yet. But for real, it just makes me wonder makes everything add up, that we are here for a reason. We have a purpose on this planet. Okay? And it is not always easy. It doesn't always make sense. Half the time, it does not make sense. But we've made it this far. Right? God gave us perfectly healthy or not healthy, but He gave us these children, right? He lined it up for us. He said, you're going to be a mom, and you, and you, and you. You're going to be parents. And what are you all going to do about it? It's up to you. It's your life. And now you have to now you have to do it on your children and make them good, solid people. And help find them their purpose. But how can you do that before you alone find your purpose? This is a lot. This is deep right now, and I don't even know if I'm making any sense to anybody who's watching. But I hope I am, because this is insane. And I don't know. I don't have all the answers. I wish that I did sometimes. But I do know that somehow, some way, we make it work. Right? You make it work. Connor ended up reading that little itty bitty story today. It wasn't perfect. And he was not happy about it. But he ended up doing it. And I know that these days are going to keep happening. They're going to keep coming. Things are going to get hard. Okay? And, so, what else? There's something else that I wanted to wrap into here. Okay, so I wasn't going to talk a whole lot about the Lime Life thing, but it just kind of makes sense for me. So I want to explain that. Okay, hang in there with me, you guys. I'm almost done. So then, on top of all of these, I don't have a job, I got no car. No, I'm just kidding. Then God throws in this Lime Life company to my life. What more do I need in my life right now? This is what I'm asking God. And He is this is just like an epiphany, I guess. I don't know what it is, you guys. I'm sweating all right now. Okay. So I had said all these things. I didn't have a lot of friends. I didn't And I'm not really complaining. Like, that was just how I lived, and I'm fine with that. I'm still kind of a loner. So I'm not like, this isn't a full complaining session. I hope I'm kind of making that part clear here. Um, but my my epiphany is that then I get this homeschooling thing kind of down a, a little, for the moment. And then he throws this Lime Life company in there. I'm like, holy cow. Now, now I need a job. Now I need to start talking to all these people, and yeah. Want to know why? This is all in my head. But here we go. Why? Because if I can change my children's lives, you better be damn sure that I can do it to each and every other lady that's out there. Because if I can do it, and she can do it, and she can do it, and the teacher can do it, and the lawyer can do it, and the nurse can do it, and the single mom can do it, then so can you. It doesn't always matter where we've been, who we've been, but until you find your purpose, you haven't really seen what you can do. And that's kind of where I'm going with this. Is that who would have thought that I would be a homeschool mom working in a direct sales job company, like making money and providing really through social media while homeschooling my children. If they were to look at my past, he'd be like, wait, what? This girl? This girl from high school is doing what now? It's okay. It does not matter, you guys. God puts us here for a reason. And until we find our purpose, what are we doing? We're just hanging out. You're just kind of riding on the ride, doing your thing. And that's not how I wanted to live. I want to live in my purpose, knowing that this is where I should be. This is what I need to be doing. These are the people that I need to be helping and influencing and encouraging. My children, number one. My husband, number two. Well, they're pretty equal. I shouldn't say that. Okay, my family. And all of these ladies and women and men that can use confidence and encouragement and Lime Life in their life. That's my life. Does it all add up? Not really. Does it matter? Nope. Am I happy? You betcha. Is it hard? You frickin' betcha. Every aspect of it. Being married is hard. Being a parent is hard. Being a business owner is hard. Being a homeowner is hard. Being an adult is hard. There is nothing easy about it. But at the end of the day, are you fulfilling your purpose and are you happy? That's all that I have for you. I know that got deep. I know that got real. I hope it made a little bit of sense. I know that I talk in circles sometimes and I may be hard to follow, but I hope that by the end you got my point. So, I think that's it. I think it's not even Friday yet, but I think I might need to run to town and get a glass of wine. Anybody else want to pop on over or hop on for Thirsty Thursday today? Because I am in need after a week like this week. Lord help us get through. Okay, I'm done preaching. I'm done. My hair is straight. I'll talk to y'all later. Thanks for watching. Bye.